Coco Gauff's former coach sends four-word response to Taylor Fritz being drawn against Shanghai champ Valentin Vacherot. The first round of the Swiss indoors Basel has set up a blockbuster clash between Taylor Fritz and Valentin Vacherot. The latter arrives in Switzerland riding high after winning the Shanghai Masters. The match announcement on social media sparked a notable comment from a former coach of Coco Gauff's. Taylor Fritz faces Valentin Vacherot in Swiss indoor Basel first round. The Swiss indoors Basel takes place from October 20 to 26, 2025, at the St. Jakobschale in Basel, with Roger Brenwald as the tournament director. The ADP 500 tournament offers total prize money of €2,523,405, with the singles champion earning €471,825 and 500 ranking points. Top seed Fritz has been drawn against Vacherot in what promises to be a challenging first-round encounter for the American. When this update about the matchup was posted on X, former professional tennis player Brad Gilbert reacted with a short but telling comment. He wrote, "Very interesting face with raised eyebrow, first road smiling face with sunglasses, thumbs up, flexed biceps." The former world number 4 won 20 singles titles during his playing days and has since become a respected tennis analyst for ESPN. He has coached several top players including Andre Agassi, Andy Roddick, Andy Murray, and most recently Coco Gauff. His reaction highlights the intense matchup between a Masters 1000 champion and the tournament's top seed in the opening round. Why this one match between Fritz and Vacherot stands out. The face-off between the number 1 seed and a recently crowned Shanghai Masters champion makes for compelling viewing. Fritz enters Basel with solid form, having recorded 50 wins this season. The 27-year-old American has won 2 titles in 2025 and maintains a world ranking of number 4. He reached the semi-finals at Wimbledon and the quarter-finals at the US Open this year, demonstrating his consistency at the highest level. Fritz is currently 5th in the race to Turin and needs strong results in Basel to secure his spot at the ADP Finals. Vacherot's journey to Basel comes off the back of a dream run in Shanghai. The 26-year-old from Monaco started the tournament ranked number 204 and entered as an alternate qualifier. He then produced the performance of his life, defeating world number 11 Holger Rune in the quarterfinals and the Serbian legend Novak Djokovic in the semi-finals. The final saw Vacherot face his cousin Arthur Rinderknecht, whom he beat 4-6, 6-3, 6-3 to become the lowest-ranked player to win a Masters 1000 title in history. The victory saw his ranking jump from number 204 to a career-high number 40. He came back from a set down in 6 of his 9 matches during the tournament, showing remarkable resilience. When the main draw for the next ADP Masters event dropped, one name caught everyone's attention. Taylor Fritz, the top-ranked American, was set to face the new Shanghai Open champion Valentin Vacherot. But it wasn't just the fans buzzing, it was Coco Gauff's former coach Jean-Christophe Forel, whose forward response to the draw ignited a wave of reactions across tennis circles. His message? This won't be easy. 4 simple words, yet they carried the weight of someone who knows how tennis momentum can shift overnight. Someone who's watched underdogs rise and favorites crumble. A draw that sparked conversation. The announcement came with typical pre-tournament excitement, but this particular matchup felt special. Fritz, known for his powerful baseline game and relentless composure, has been America's frontman on the ATP Tour. Meanwhile, Vacherot, the player who stunned the world with his Shanghai Open triumph, suddenly found himself with a spotlight he'd never experienced before. And for a coach like Forel, who's worked with the brightest young talents like Coco Gauff, the context was clear. Talent is only one part of the equation, belief changes everything. Forel's "this won't be easy" was less of a prediction and more of a subtle warning. Understanding the message. To most fans, Forel's response was short, even cryptic. But for those familiar with his coaching style, it reflected a deeper philosophy. Forel is known for seeing beyond rankings and reputations. When he worked with Gauff during her early years on tour, he often emphasized that every match is an equal battle of preparation and mental strength. Vacherot, the newly crowned Shanghai champion, embodies exactly that mindset. Coming from Monaco, he wasn't a player many expected to win a Masters-level title. And yet he did, stunning top seeds with aggressive play and unshakable calm. For Fritz, the matchup represented not just another round, but a psychological test. Facing a player riding a surge of confidence can be one of the toughest assignments on tour. Forel's words echo through that lens. "This won't be easy" wasn't about Fritz's skill being in question. It was about momentum, the invisible force that can make an unseeded player feel unstoppable. The Fritz factor. Taylor Fritz has built his career on precision and power. He's beaten giants, endured injuries, and held the weight of American tennis expectations on his shoulders. But even the most seasoned players know that momentum, that mysterious mix of confidence, timing, and destiny, can turn a match upside down. Fritz has shown flashes of brilliance this season, but inconsistency has been his biggest challenge. Against Vacherot, he faces someone who's brimming with belief, fresh off the biggest win of his life. And Forel, a tactician who's seen how sudden success can transform players, recognized it immediately. His message to the tennis world was more like a coach's note than a commentator's take. Never underestimate a man who just learned he can win. A subtle connection to Gauff. What makes Forel's comment even more intriguing is how it echoes his influence on Coco Gauff's mindset. When Gauff burst onto the scene as a teenager, she faced seasoned opponents who had far more experience. Yet Forel helped her develop a belief system that turned fear into fire. He taught her that no opponent is invincible, but also, no victory is guaranteed. In many ways his message to Fritz could have been the same one he told Gauff years ago before her breakout Wimbledon run. Respect the opponent, but never underestimate the challenge. Fans online even drew parallels between Gauff's first big win over Venus Williams and Vacherot's Shanghai run. Two players who shocked the tennis world with their poise and energy. The Vacherot vibe. Valentin Vacherot's rise has been nothing short of cinematic. Coming from relative obscurity, the 26-year-old stunned a stacked field in Shanghai, defeating multiple top 20 players with a mix of clever baseline play and fearless aggression. He's not just playing well, he's playing free. That kind of player is dangerous. They have nothing to lose, and they bring a kind of electricity to the court that disrupts rhythm and frustrates even the calmest veterans. Fritz, who thrives on structure and rhythm, may find himself tested in ways that go beyond technique. He'll be tested in adaptability. Forel's 4 words carried that understanding. They were a reminder that tennis is never just about ranking points or titles. It's about who walks onto the court believing they belong there. Fans react. As soon as Forel's comments surfaced, social media lit up. Classic Forel, always measured, always real, one fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Another said, he's right. Fritz is great, but Vacherot's on fire right now. Dangerous draw.